I had never experienced that before in any capacity, losing someone close to me. And so when that happened with Corey, we were still in the middle of shooting the show. And I was in London when I found out. And immediately I for example, sorry, I'm like trying to think back to the time when I was in London and when I found out I was supposed to go I was meeting up with Naya that day and we were going to watch her boyfriend perform at a music festival. And we were like we didn't know what to do. Grief hits everybody very differently. And I woke up to the news, and then in LA, it was my best friend roommate's birthday. And he was really close with a lot of the Glee cast and everybody. So he had like half the cast at my house in LA. And then when that happened, then everybody else just showed up to my house. And then I'm with Naya, across the world. And it was this very just surreal experience because then I went to this music festival thinking maybe the distraction would help. And then like people just knew and like casually would, turn around and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry about that guy." And Naya and I were like, "What are we doing? We have to get out of here. This was a bad decision because of course people know instantly. You just don't think of that. And then it's like all the other calls. You get calls from producers being like, "Okay, here's what's going to happen. This is what we know." And you can't just, I don't know, sit with the grief. There's like business to happen. And amidst all of that. And then, um, like a couple weeks later, we're all back together and they hold a memorial on the auditorium stage, which is also very strange. And then, a crew is hundreds of people that we work with every day, and everybody deals with grief differently. And so then you're also now dealing with that, where Corey was someone that we all worked with every single day. And then you're dealing with addiction, and people have very different responses to addiction. Unfortunately, because it happened a couple more times, with experience, you then understand how your body responds to these things. Obviously, they're not all the same, and it's not like a plug and play situation. It's always terrible, but you at least, I think, have the knowledge to allow yourself that space to feel it properly.